What's up guys, Full FIFA back again with another video, and today we'll be getting into the UCL Marquee matchup predictions for FIFA 22, and this is for week 1. Again, I will be starting to upload these videos starting this week, so this week we also have a video for the regular Marquee matchups, but as always, FIFA does usually end up dropping UCL Marquee matchups every Tuesday as the games go on, and then every Thursday I believe after the round robin is done. So this week we do got a couple of teams. I'll throw them up on the screen for you guys right now. So first teams we do have is Man City versus PSG, Liverpool versus Porto, Juventus versus Chelsea, and then Atletico Madrid versus AC Milan. Again, all these are interchangeable, but the most likely seeming to me right now is going to be guaranteed. It's going to be Man City versus PSG if they end up doing these marquee matchups. Again, this is not 100% confirmed if they are even going to do the UCL marquee matchups for this week, but this is all speculation. But again, if you guys do end up investing and they do end up coming out, you guys can make some decent coins because there are not a lot of people on the market right now that are investing in these cards that I can tell. So I'll be showing you all the players you guys need to buy in this video. So let's get into the first team. We got PSG versus Man City. So if we do start off with Man City, 700 coins, gold rare. Always, I try to invest in the cheapest possible cards you can. So 650 for this left back is an amazing deal. You can pick him up all day long. He is super cheap and he's pretty much discard at that price. And that's the lowest price. Obviously you can buy a rare, and then even if you guys don't use them, you guys can discard them or even list them back up on the market, and they usually do tend to sell for around 800 coins at night, so from what I have seen. And if you guys do see this Fernand Torres for 700 coins, I would also recommend picking him up as well. And then let's hop on over to the gold common cards that they do have. They do have this goalkeeper here, Stefan. So he's around 350 coins. I picked up a couple of them. I picked up like 2 or 3. I'm not going crazy on these cards. Again, this is all speculation if those SBCs do come out. And then if we go on over to PSG, and then we go over to the gold commons. Again, most of these, whoops, let's put the teams in. So again, most of these cards are going to be around 350 coins on bid. I was just picking up these gold common cards, trying to get decent positions, such as a right back is pretty good. Even this Herrera is pretty good if you guys can get him on that 350 coin bid or 400 coin bid. So that's what they're going for. And this, if we do hop on over to the gold rares, let's up the price a little bit. So again, it is pretty hard to pick up these guys on bid, but you guys can end up doing it, especially if you guys go with these center backs. I would suggest going with this center back or this Cam Draxler. So those were my main 2 options from PSG. Again, and also good investment from Man City is John Stones. John Stones is an 83 rated left back, 83 rated center back from the Prem, which is English, and he's super cheap right now, and this is guaranteed the cheapest he's going to be all year long. You can pick them up for around 1100 coins. So if you guys do end up just sitting out and sniping him, I've picked up a bunch of him as well, just in case. He will also rise. He does have decent stats, so when the full game drops, people will tend to use him more. I have a feeling, just as a center back, and also through SBCs, through the upcoming SBCs, which are going to come out for ones to watch, he will rise guaranteed. So then for the second teams, we do got Liverpool versus Porto. So for Liverpool, I'm going to be picking up Oxlade-Chamberlain all day long. He is a decent, very decent card as well. So he is around 850 coins if you're going to try and buy him now. I suggest bidding for around 700, 750 coins. He is a good price. Also, when the full game does drop, his price will rise a little bit. I see him going up to probably like 1,000 coins just because he is a decent center back, and people do tend to go with the Premier League for their main teams. Especially very early on. And then if we do go over to the common cards for Liverpool, you do have a lot of options here. So the cheapest option by far is I can't say this guy's name, this right wing right here. Him and Karius are the best options. 300 coins, you can't go wrong with bidding on those cards. That's what I ended up doing, because again, if this SPC does drop, these cards will probably rise at least to like 500, 600 coins each. And then Keita is also a very good option at 350 coins for an 80 rated non-rare card. Again, if the requirement for the team rating is high, which it tends to be for UCL marquee matchups because there are decent packs for them as well, this card will end up rising to say about like 900 coins. And then if we move on over to Porto, kind of hard to find the logos on this. Then if we do move on over to Porto and we go to commons, you guys can pick up again these commons that are super cheap. Again, I suggest going with these 75 rated commons, picking them up for 300 coins. That's what I ended up doing. I picked up a couple already. I will be picking up more throughout the week as we get closer to these marquee matchups. If you guys do see a rise in these prices just before marquee matchups do drop, the UCL marquee matchups, which are going to drop on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so I believe that is 6 o'clock UK. So I sometimes even sell before. If they do rise a lot, like these cards are selling for 1,000 coins, I would just take my coins right there, just in case this team doesn't get into the matchups, obviously. So if we do go with the rares, so there are a couple of options here with the rares. What I did was go with this center mid right here. He does link pretty decently. He has one of the best nations out of these cards, and he's the highest rated, obviously. This right back is also not a bad option as well for 650 coins. And then if we do move on over to the wild cards, we do have Chelsea versus Juventus. Again, all these can be interchanged, it doesn't matter. So with these guys, you guys do have a lot of options, a lot of English cards from this team. So what tends to happen is they usually put a nation requirement on these cards, like a certain amount of nations, or like max like 4 nations, or a certain amount of players from the same club. So that's why I think investing in these English players, they always tend to rise more because they do get strong links with all the cards which are from the Premier League. And if we do take a look, my best options for this team were Chilwell, Barkley, and then Sao. Those were the only cards that I did invest in from these guys. I did not go with the commons, and if we do take a look at the common cards, there are, again, a couple that you guys can invest in. Going with, if you can get Loftus-Cheek for like 300 coins, 350 coins, he is not a bad option. Marcos Alonso is not a bad option as well to go with. And then you guys do have a couple of other options like Christensen, who again is selling for way more than 300 coins, so that's the only reason I did not pick him up, because I'm trying to keep the risk as low as possible. And then if we do go on over to the Serie A and we hop on over to Juventus and we go to the comment section, you guys can see there are, again, a couple of comments. This is pretty much the same thing. So the ones that I did invest in was Ramsey, and I've invested in this striker right here, Keane. They were going for a little bit less. Again, the prices are going to fluctuate on the market a lot just because it's early release right now, and then with the full release it's going to go even higher. So with the rares, I did invest in this right wing right here. That was my main option. You guys can also, I don't recommend picking up the goalkeeper. Goalkeepers tend not to rise as much as the outwinger players do. So this center mid is also a very good option. And the last matchup we do got is Atletico Madrid versus AC Milan. So if we do go with the common cards here, this right back is a really good option, and he was the main option that I did go with. I did not pick up any other cards from these guys because this goalkeeper is the only other one, and he is not a very good option to pick up because, again, goalkeepers tend to rise less than the outfield players do. And then if we do go over the rares, they have a lot of rares. I believe this center back right here was a very good option. If you guys can buy this guy for like 700 coins, when the full game drops, people are going to tend to go towards him. He does have decent pace, decent stats on him. So if you guys can get this guy for 700 coins, it is a really good buy. And then we got Herrera, who is also a really good buy, and Kondogbia, which is a decent buy. And then if we do move on to AC Milan, which is the last team, we do got a couple of options for the gold rares as well. So if we do take a look, Bakayoko is a good option. He is from a good nation as well, so he does tend to link pretty good. And Brahim is also a very good from a very good nation, and he's also easy to link. If you guys can pick up this Rebic for 700 coins, it's an amazing deal as well. Again, when the full game drops, these cards will tend to rise in price just because of their stats, and he does have very good stats for his card. So he is a bargain at 700 coins. And then if we do go on to the commons, again, I tended up to pick this 75 rated guy for 300 coins up. I only picked up a couple. Again, I'm not going crazy on these investments because again, it's all up to EA what they do with the requirements. So I tend to pick up one player from the nation that is part of the league. So for the Serie A, I do tend to pick up a Italian card, and then I like to keep one player which is like outside of the nation where the team is. So like Giroud, he's from France, so I tend to pick up like one card from the league, so an Italian player, and then one guy from outside of the league. So you guys can go with this Portuguese card, this Giroud. You can even go with this Spaniard right here. So again, don't go crazy on these investments because these aren't guaranteed results. But if they do drop these SBCs, the prices will tend to rise a lot. So thank you guys for watching. The regular marquee matchups video will be coming out on Monday, which is tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.